Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I mentioned that my husband Justin and I wanted to delay having a second IUI until we had tried to increase the sperm count through lifestyle changes for about 3 months. So you may be wondering, was the delay worth it? And the answer is yes. After Justin took vitamins and made other lifestyle changes, his sperm count increased significantly. We used 3 frozen sperm samples and 1 fresh for the second IUI, and between all 4 samples, there were over 14 million motile sperm. I was overjoyed when I heard this. And to add to the surprise, I found out that I had not 1, but 5 mature follicles. I guess the Clomid really worked for me. I was a little bit shocked though that the doctor did not cancel the cycle even though I had 5 mature follicles. I had heard that most places, if they have more than 3 follicles present, that they won't perform an IUI because it's too high of a likelihood of there being multiples. So I was a little bit surprised at that. But we made the decision that we would take the risk. I remember thinking that because I had 5 mature follicles and Justin had a great post-watch sperm count, that this IUI number 2 would for sure work, even though I knew that we really only had about an 8% chance of conceiving with each attempt at IUI. But with everything falling into place so perfectly with this IUI compared to the last one, I was very hopeful that this would be it. However, 12 days after the procedure, I started my period. I was crushed when I found out that it didn't work. This was one of the hardest times in my life. For the most part, I don't like to focus on the negative aspects of this journey. And it's not that I don't want to be real. It's just that I want to be a source of encouragement. But I also think it's important to look back on the hard times so that when you do eventually make it out on the other side, you are that much more grateful to not be in that old space anymore. I remember one day the emotions were just too much to keep inside, and I started busting out in tears while on my lunch break at work, thinking that I just can't go on with more rounds of IUI and be let down time and time again.
I just wanted to record and remind myself some days of how hard it is.
Looking back, I know it was just the devil trying to get me down and make me believe that it's just too much and I can't handle it. However, even though I had a lot of grief over the fact that this second round didn't work, I also tried to focus on the positive. Part of me was also relieved that it didn't work because I had 5 mature follicles. That means that if I did actually become pregnant, there would have been a chance that I would have had 5 babies. Mind-boggling. Still, I was pretty over having IUIs and wanted a consultation for IVF. I also felt like we were not having much luck with our current doctor and wanted a change. While trying to find the best possible doctor that was relatively close by, I used SART data. This is a website that gives you information on who the best clinics are in the US. I ultimately decided on a clinic that had very good success rates and was only about an hour away. I remember the IVF phone consultation and the doctor reviewing our lab work, including my AMH level, which is how they determine what your egg reserve is. And they also looked at Justin's sperm count. He told us, "We are going to have a baby." And those were the sweetest words that I could have possibly heard. With all the struggles that we've had and discouraging news, we just needed something uplifting like this. And even if he said that to all of his patients, which I don't know that he did. But I didn't even care. The fact that he had that much confidence made me feel at ease. He seemed to think that we would benefit from trying IUI one more time. I was not thrilled with having to go through the process again, but at the same time, if that's what he suggested and he thinks it has a good chance of working, I thought we should give it one more shot. So stay tuned for the next video on IUI number 3. Thanks so much for watching and see you guys soon.